'Cause it's just loose lips. I chat better than I sing, so go ahead and enjoy.
So then tried a bunch of other things, went into film for a bit, but radio and music I've always wanted to do, but I don't know, there's something about it. I think because I wanted to do it so much, I didn't let myself do it. I don't know what kind of psychological blockage that is, but that's how it was. And then eventually I got a job through, I emailed XFM just randomly to their info at and was like, can I come and join your show? Like, can I just come and sit in on one of the shows? And miraculously, they got back to me. And the producer of the show at the time was a Saturday, it was like John Holmes and Saturday Breakfast. So I was there at 4 a.m. like, oh. But yeah, and then I got into radio through that, started working at Virgin Radio, and then got my own show at Soho Radio. And I basically just wanted my show to sound good. So I asked a mate if he could teach me to mix. And then once I discovered that, I was just like, oh, Jesus.
Just gone.
This is it. I've found my thing.
The
finally.
Holy Grail.
Yeah. So I haven't looked back since. That was like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago.
That's it. So you've made leaps and bounds in that time then.
Yeah, do you know what? I genuinely think when you find your path that sometimes some things will just happen naturally. It's
like an arrow.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I was very, very fortunate that because I'd entered competitions and stuff, but literally in my 3rd year of DJing, I won a competition for artwork, DJ artwork.
Yeah.
So he's my mentor. So I won this competition,
Wow.
and he started mentoring me, and so he's like been putting a good word out, and he got me to play at a lot of his events, and that really, really helped. And it's just kind of been building on that. And obviously just make sure that every single gig you play is 100% people remember it.
What an incredible mentor to have. Like, I think he could be like the pinnacle of it, because like he's at such a level where he's still grounded and like obviously like he's still involved with it. He still plays incredible sets. He's still wanting to be super creative with his green screens on his live streams.
Oh,
He's super funny. Like, he don't take himself too seriously, but he's serious about what he does. Like, yeah, what a mentor.
He's amazing. And, it was so good at the beginning to just have someone. Like, I had quite a big gig in the diary and then it just got pulled. And I was like, is this what happens? I could just text him and be like, this has happened. What, help. And he was like, just sometimes that happens or whatever. So he's such a lovely man. And yeah, complete jokes. Like, so much fun.
Do you know that he was an extra in People Just Do Nothing?
I did not know this. Oh,
Watch it back, right? It's so subtle. It's so subtle. I was like, I was watching it, and then there's a moment, I won't ruin it, but there's a moment I'm like, no. And like, that's the levels of the man. I'm like, he's doing that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a fan. That's sick. So when obviously he backed you then, was that something that, again, gave you a bit more confidence in this is the right path, this is where I'm going?
Yeah, massively. Because, the competition was send in a mix and pick who you wanted to mentor you. Because there were 5 different mentors.
What was it through?
It was through Smirnoff. They did it was like Smirnoff Equalising Music campaign. Do you remember it?
That, yeah.
And yeah, and I picked him because I was just like, this man's jokes, and I'm used to growing up with jokes. My whole family would just prank each other and stuff. So it was like, and yeah, the fact that he chose my mix, and then, we had a day session with him in the studio, and he was like, well, obviously you can mix. Like, he's like, don't have to worry about that. So I don't know, it's just always, yeah. And then I've played with him a few times since, and he's been so super supportive. And yeah, he's just such an amazing person to know.
Is there any other mentors or people out there who look kindly towards you?
Yes. Do you know what? I've been really fortunate because the year after artwork, I entered another competition, Pirate Studios. Because I think, this is how you just got to keep entering stuff. You've got to keep emailing people. I mean, not to the point of being annoying, but just, you know, just connect with people, invite them on the show, yeah, enter competitions. And I won that one to be a pirate prodigy. Out of, there's 3 of us that are, well, it was for 2019. I don't really know if it's going to continue, but anyway, that's kind of run by Pirate Studios and fronted by Plastician. So he's been really helpful. Just like putting me in front of Rinse and stuff like that, and places that, you know, just trying to get the name out there. And like, he's just started a label, and he's been so helpful with just emailing like, "Oh, Chris, what's happening? How do you distribute? Please," and just any question, he's so helpful. And yeah, so there's him and Arthur been, and then obviously just I'm part of a crew called Four to the Floor, and they've been there from the very beginning. I met them at the radio when I was learning to mix. They taught me to mix. So they've been there throughout, and they're just like such good people to be around.
Were they influential in the path that you went down with the more of the underground clubby music that you play?
Yeah, massively.
Because that must be so day and night from XFM breakfast show, which must have been so like indie like
right?
led, and then boom, like playing what you're playing.
Well, that's it. I've always been interested in electronic music, but it was like, get a job in radio, whatever station I can get. And there was a point when I was working on the breakfast show at Virgin Radio, so with, what's his face? Big dude. Oh, this is bad, I can't remember his name. The one that everyone...
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Do you know why? Because I'm sat here sweating in the sun, I can't remember anything.
I like that. Is that his nickname, the Big Dude? The
Big Dude. Yeah. He's pretty big. But anyway, I was working on that show, which for people that work in radio is quite a pinnacle.
That's the Mecca, I'd say, one of them.
But it just wasn't for me, you know. That wasn't what I wanted to do, wasn't the music I was interested in. So, yeah, kind of dropped that and hoped for the best.
'Cause it's just love.